Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Baseball Hut. Hope you like this video and hit that subscribe button, smash it, especially if you're not on X and you're not on Facebook. You'll get all the information that I can find on the internet about our team, America's team, the Mets. If you love the Mets, you want to follow this channel because I will get you every little tidbit of information. Not only on the trade deadline, but every little trade that happens within the organization, every move they make, every vow they break, I'll be watching them. So I'll be watching them and giving you the story about what's going on with the club and everything else, lineups, everything. But we actually know that the Mets are going to be, I think, making some moves before the trade deadline. They look like they're going to be buyers. Thank God. You know, I didn't want to do videos complaining about them. They played really well since the beginning of June. As I record this video before the game on Friday, I don't know the result, obviously, before the game on Friday, but I think that the rumor is, and it's more just a rumor, the Mets are going to be looking for bullpen help in particular, and probably maybe another bat if they can before the deadline. Deadline's July 30th. It's 11 days from now. And we keep our fingers crossed the Mets improve this bullpen because they got a shot to get the postseason. Even if they get knocked off in the first round, they got a good shot to get in. They played really well, and the offense and the starting pitching in particular have done a good job to get them back into the race. They were 11 games under 500. They're now 3 games over as I do this video. They're playing a lousy team this weekend in the Marlins. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, it's a little bit real. And then next week, it's really real when the Mets play the Braves. And then they finish up with the Twins before the trade deadline. But here's from the Bleacher Report, and it's starting to get reported now. That's expected to address bullpen and trade market ahead of the deadline. The Mets are expecting to make another move to bolster their bullpen before July 30th, after trading for relief pitcher Phil Maton, according to ESPN's Jorge Castillo. But Castillo referenced comments made earlier this week by Mets star Pete Alonso when concluding that the team's decision will ultimately hinge on their record leading up to the trade deadline. Quote, the expectation around baseball is that the Mets will attempt to continue bolstering a lackluster bullpen, running on fumes after acquiring Phil Maton last week, Castillo wrote. That could depend on how the club performs over the next 2 weeks. At least that's the impression Pete Alonso, free agent this winter, communicated this week. Quote, the Mets' only all-star insists he doesn't believe the team has convinced the front office that they're playoff contenders despite surging into the third and final wildcard spot. Next 2 weeks before the deadline, he emphasized the crucial. It's difficult to believe that the Mets will subtract at this point, but Alonso's point of view cannot be ignored. Alonso, who has helped drive the Mets to a 25-13 record since the beginning of June, said earlier this week that the Mets have got to earn the right to be buyers at the deadline. According to Mark W. Sanchez of the New York Post, I would mention, in all fairness, the guys leading this charge is not Alonso. It's been Francisco Lindor, Brandon Nimmo, JD Martinez, Jose Iglesias, and the starters. They're the ones that have been driving this record. To correct this writer. Quote, I think honestly, we've done such a great job. We've been very resilient. But we have a really important next 2 weeks, Alonso told the Post. Quote, there's a lot of games left and we've got to earn to be buyers. I think for us, it's really a critical point, and I'd love for us to come back and absolutely kill it. Alonso is currently set to become an unrestricted free agent this fall. Once again became the focus of trade rumors in early June when the Mets fell 11 games under 500. The team's performance since then has lifted New York into the third wildcard spot in the NL and raised the possibility the Mets should be looking to bolster their roster around Alonso rather than moving him. The Mets have seen some key relievers struggle to find consistency. Mets have also had some injuries through the first half of the season. And Jake Diekman, who has posted, and he's a Deke. Jake Diekman is a Deke, if you know what I mean. Who was posted at 5.53 ERA through 39 appearances and 27.2 innings pitched. And Evan Diaz, who has a 4.05 ERA through 27 appearances and 26 2/3 innings pitched. Those struggles, in addition to season-ending injuries to Drew Smith and Brooks Raley, they also don't have, Sean Reed Foley here. Those really hurt them. And they don't have a main lefty here. Deacon was supposed to be the second lefty, and that has not, he's been terrible. have left the team's bullpen depth dangerously thin. The team could be set to gain an instant boost to pitching depth with the anticipated return from an injury of 2023 National League Rookie of the Year runner-up, Kodai Senga. Senga's going to make another start for the Syracuse Mets, and then he'll come back. Be ready to pitch for the Mets. Maybe next week against the Braves. Who knows? But the Mets may need some outside help in order to make their bullpen postseason ready. I also would mention Reed Garrett, who's out too, who would pitch well in April and May to a certain degree. Heading into Friday, the Mets bullpen had posted 7.49 ERA since July 1st. Good for the last in the major leagues. And meanwhile, they're 9-5 for the month of July. Because the Mets have gotten good starting pitching and they've hit. If the Mets decide to seek relievers on the trade market, the team could use its deeper pool of starters to put together an attractive package. As John Heyman and Mike Puma previously reported for the New York Post, quote, Jose Butto, Christian Scott, and Tyler McGill are extras now, meaning vets like Sean Manaea, Jose Quintana, and even Luis Severino can hit the market. The problem with those three guys, they're young, inexperienced, and untested, and McGill has not pitched well in the majors. And that's what Heyman wrote early June. Whether players like Manaea, Quintana, or Severino hit the trade block could depend on how well Alonso and the Mets perform against the Miami Marlins, New York Yankees, Atlanta Braves, and Minnesota Twins over this final stretch before the deadline. Well, I mean, that sums it up, I think. The Mets need, if Maytone pitches well for the Mets, then all they'll need is a lefty reliever out of that bullpen, which they desperately need, and a setup man. That's kind of what we're looking at. I did a video on Friday. Carlos Estevez has been mentioned as a player the Mets are looking at. They're talking to the Angels, from what I heard from Jim Duquette. I heard him say it on TV. David Robinson, if the Rangers decide to sell, they're right in the mix for the last wild card there in the American League. Unless they decide to sell, David Robinson could be good. Tyler Yates is out there. I'm not too big on him. But David Robinson, I'm very interested in. I was hoping they would have signed him back last year, this offseason, but that didn't happen. Anyway, these are the things that I will bring to you in an entertaining package. So you need to subscribe to the Baseball Hut. And again, like I said, if you're not on Twitter and you're not on Facebook, you need to hit that subscribe button. I also have memberships here. I'll be doing extra videos for you for members. And of course, send me super chats and super thanks. I got products on the channel, and we have a lot of fun here. And I hope you like this video. I'll have more rooms for you. Keep an eye out for it. I'll have plenty of videos for you. This is the most active Mets channel on this platform, on YouTube, that you could possibly find. No other channel will be this busy giving you the content that you want. You want Mets content. You don't want the news sent to you. You want Mets content, Move here, move there. What's going on with the ballpark? What's going on around the ballpark? What's happening with former Mets? I'll have everything here that you could possibly want. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.